Well, welcome to story time. I've been really trying to practice what I preach in terms of not only intention, excuse me, this is part of it, but to recognize that even in the best of intentions, there are some things that are outside of our control. So let me tell you what I mean by that. Really, what I am referring to is the power of breath. And spring is a beautiful time to begin again our relationship with breathing, our relationship with intention and intentional living. Why? Because it's beautiful, right? So this is my latest gift to myself and to the studio. And it's been a long time coming, years in coming, that I've wanted to bring the outside in terms of a little bit of the seasonal beauty that is the world into the studio. And so yesterday was our first delivery from a local floral shop to bring in outside into the inside. But of course, I can't smell them because my seasonal allergies have activated. So the irony is that yes, breathing is important, and that when I recognize that I can't breathe well, it reminds me of the power of the practice to breathe. So that's it in a nutshell. That's the story, which is, what is your practice with breathing? And how can you begin again, even if the evidence that it's worth it is missing? In other words, I can't fully use all my senses to enjoy these fresh flowers. But because I know that they are not only the fulfillment of a long time intention, they are also brought here by my neighbor and supplied by our local floral shop, friends of my family. In that sense, there is so much beauty contained in this little vase that it's okay that I can't smell their fragrance. And that is often the story of beginning again, is being willing to do the work, even if the benefits aren't yet present. Now, the longer story of this is that I'm going to use the word suffered, okay? But bear with me for a moment. I have endured and suffered seasonal allergies of every season my entire life. In other words, it's not just spring flowers that I can't smell. It's the fall dry leaves that aggravates my allergies. It's the dry winter air that dehydrates my skin and causes my allergies of skin to inflame. Every single season, well, as my acupuncturist says, she says, the whole world is attacking you because of how hypersensitive my fair skin is. And yet, after a year of undergoing treatment from my acupuncturist, this is the first time in about 6 months that I've had an allergy flare up. And it's totally worth it. Not only to recognize the beginning again of spring, but also to recognize and remember that this used to be my constant. This used to be my norm. In other words, the inability to breathe and to breathe freely was part of my entire life. And it's only been since practicing pranayama on a daily basis, intentional breathing practices, then in the last year, investing in acupuncture treatments to help me climb over that next little edge. Now, I still work with Western medicine. I still work with dermatologists, and I still once in a while have to take an over-the-counter allergy medication. But all in all, I'm breathing better, which correlates to living better. So that's it. That's all I wanted to share with you today. And in honoring of this intention of beginning again, maybe you're feeling it too, in the sense that I have a contract, a client contract that I have sustained for, gosh, I don't know, maybe 6, 7 years. But we closed that contract. We had to shut down in March of 2020. We intended to resume this year in January. And of course, the Omicron variant has delayed that. But today is the day. So not only am I celebrating my improvement in terms of my seasonal allergies, celebrating with a long time intention, long time dream of having fresh flowers in the studio on a regular basis, I'm also resuming a relationship with a corporate client and the individuals that work there to practice yoga together on a weekly basis. And all of that said, I am so filled with hope. And hope is more than a feeling. It is a choice to focus on what is shifting in the direction of vitality, of vibrancy, of life, of love. So whether it's fresh flowers, whether it's taking a walk outside before the snow comes tomorrow, a little bit of snow, it's not supposed to stick, but a little bit of snow is supposed to come tomorrow. What is it that you can celebrate today? It's one of the key ingredients that I think is often missed in cultivating a life of intention, for sure, but more importantly, a life of happiness and joy. Finding little things, little milestones, little gifts to yourself to help cultivate that pause of not just gratitude, but celebration. Actually being grateful and bringing that into some form of celebration or milestone of achievement and recognition, and maybe even an event, an activity, a tangible action to commemorate that celebration. So the last little nuance that I want to just share today is that today begins the next generation of teacher trainees here at Life's Work Yoga. And it couldn't be more of a fitting time. Why? Because my schedule is full to the brim as things reopen. But in that beginning again is new hope and new energy and new vitality of the beginner's mind that comes when we start something new. So that's my invitation to you. Start something new today. Give yourself the gift of recognizing where you've come, how far, what you've overcome and achieved. Not to deny or ignore what hurdles and obstacles still lie ahead, because trust me, they are there. But in this moment, I can breathe. Even if I can't smell the beauty of the flowers, I can see them with my eyes and I can feel them with my heart. The intention that is contained within all of this newness of flowers, newness of the YTT class, newness of being able to seasonally have minimal impact from my allergies, resuming my client contract off-site. All of these things are a blending of the work that I have done over decades to land and to sustain through these trials and tribulations so that I can celebrate once again and begin again today. Have a great day. Take a walk, find some fresh flowers, do something that helps you celebrate and give yourself permission to not only recognize how far you've come, but to begin again with what's next in making your life an inspired, fulfilled life. Namaste.